Mason to Farmer, back to Mason. He'll put it up, put it in, and gets the foul. 45-43 with 5:59 to go. Hill puts it in for South. The nickel for three, swatted by McClinton. Stolen by Ed Farmer to the hoop. Wow! Mason gets it. Nice pass. Rucker slams it with two hands. Rucker jams home the win.
From the very beginning of the season, it was obvious the South High Flyers basketball team had something special in the year 2000. Coach Miguel Curl's team had talent, but more importantly, the Flyers had a group of players committed to the team concept and winning. The result of this attitude was a fast start for South. They ripped off 4 early wins in league play and were ready for some tournament action. The Flyers took home the big trophy as champions of the prestigious Strongsville Holiday Tournament with victories over the highly regarded host Mustangs in the first round and the surprising Brush Arcs in the championship game. Early January arrived and South was still unbeaten. The Flyers were ready to play one of the games they had been waiting for all season. South traveled to East Tech to take on the 2-time defending Senate champion Golden Scarabs. Dave Ramnerine has the game action.
Coach Ray Durbin trying to get his Scarabs to knock the Flyers out of the ranks of the unbeaten. But South was flying high early. DeAnthony Hall gets the feed inside and sends it home on the dunk. Next trip, Chester Mason on the drive. Great no-look feed to Jermichael Rucker. Gets the hoop and foul. South up 3 after 1. But East Tech comes back. Darren Robinson, great spin move to the baseline for the easy deuce and the 1-point lead. Watch the awareness by Mason. Gets the pass, turns, launches, and beats the buzzer. 32-29 Flyers at the break. Second half, game tied at 38. Mason starts a 14-0 run. Ed Farmer, long pass, beats the press. Wham! Then Mason gets Rucker in on the front. Great shovel pass, and Rucker rocks the rim. Farmer finishes off the run, the steal, the drive, and the lay-in for 2 of his 22 as South rolls to 8-0, 71-66 over East Tech.
Word was spreading quickly, not only throughout the city, but throughout the state. The South High Flyers were a force on the basketball court. When the first state rankings came out, South High was in uncharted territory, ranked number 5 in the state in Division I. Flyers is a fitting nickname for this year's South High basketball team, a combination of speed and athleticism with some tough defense for good measure. It's all added up to a perfect start for Miguel Crew and his team.
It's always a pleasure as a coach to have a group of guys who are willing to give the ball up and don't mind who's scoring the points and that sort of thing. So it's been a great pleasure for myself to have an opportunity to coach this group of guys.
We try to set a goal for ourselves, try to go undefeated. Like I said, come out and practice on the court. Give it your all in the game.
South is grabbing attention both in the area and statewide. The Flyers are ranked 6th in the current PD poll and hold down the 5th spot in Division I in the state rankings.
We're very pleased with that. South hasn't really been ranked ever, I don't think, at least not in the top 5 right now. What I'm just trying to do is get the guys to remain humble and just continue to work hard and know that everybody will be out to get us now.
The key to success for the Flyers is simple. Good old-fashioned teamwork.
Ain't nobody on the team selfish. I mean, everybody try to get that point. Ain't nobody on the team selfish. They gotta think about themselves, trying to get everybody else involved in the game.
I just think that we needed to just keep playing hard and practicing hard and listening to the coach as we follow along.
Congratulations to the South Flyer basketball team. You are the Marco's Pizza Team of the Week.
The Flyers marched through the Senate regular season untouched, a perfect 11-0, earning them the top spot in the Senate playoffs. In the semifinals, South made sure there'd be a new king of the Senate League basketball courts. The Flyers eliminated 2-time defending champion and longtime nemesis East Tech. It set up a matchup with East High in the city championship game. Dave Ramnerine has the highlights.
If you think these young cats are reaching for the stars out here on the court, check them out in the classroom. We start off with East High's Richard Hampton, a 3.4 GPA, and we go to South, leading them, of course, Chester Mason, 3.6. East High hasn't won one of these in 14 years, and you better believe it's going to take a Dick's Sporting Goods big game to do it. Old Chester Mason got freaky early and often. taking the rock coast to coast with the spin. They're up 4. Thanks in part to 6'6" senior Jermichael Rucker, too. He does the dirty work down low, not once, not twice, but the third time's the charm. He had 9, 14-8 South after 1. Second quarter, East shows some of that resilience that got him there. Junior Quentin Savage blows past the defense with a tough 2, and the Bombers stay close. Flyers say enough of that. Greg McClinton comes right back with his own aerial attack, the shake, and then the pull-up J in your face. Next trip down, the senior lights it up from way outside, and the lead was 8 at the break. Does East have another comeback up their sleeve? Well, it looked like it early. Richard Hampson on the other end of Aaron Overby's pass. Nice, and the Bombers are down by only 6. But South has been through this before. McClinton to Rucker, 42-31 South. They led by 12 at the end of 3. 8 minutes away from glory, and the Bombers go to work. Demetrius Hines with 3 of his 7, and old Mo is shifting sides, and Miguel Curl has seen enough. He gets a TO. The Flyers respond to his tutelage, and Ed Farmer puts the Bombers away with 2 of his 19 on the break, and the celebration is on at South.
I just have a super group of kids who play well together, who love each other, and I think that's what really makes it all come together.
Without them, there's no me. That's how I feel. That's a team. We family.
It took them 11 years, but in the year 2000, the South High Flyers are finally flying high in the center.
With the city championship in their hands, and as the state tournament approached, the Flyers were still ranked in the top 10 in the state. South also earned the #1 seed in their district and had the advantage of playing in their home gym, where they hadn't lost a game all year. The individual awards also came pouring in for the Flyers. D'Angelo Hill and DeAnthony Hill were named honorable mention All-Senate. Dante Robinson was named to the All-Senate team. Jermichael Rucker was named All-Senate and 3rd team All-District. Ed Farmer was named All-Senate, 2nd team All-District, and special mention All-Ohio. And guard Chester Mason was named the Player of the Year in Northeastern Ohio. He won the Lenny Wilkins Award given by the Cleveland Cavs to the top high school player in the area, and he was a co-winner of the State of Ohio's Mr. Basketball Award. For the first time in more than a decade, the South High Flyers are basketball champions in the city of Cleveland. Chester Mason is one of the reasons why. The 6'4" Mason is considered one of the best guards in the state. He transferred to South from John Hay for his senior season and has helped take the Flyers to new heights.
I know Chester spends a lot of time in church and comes from a good family. And those things are, just come off of Chester like that, and he's been able to bring everybody in. I think part of our success is how he has approached being a new guy.
Mason's new surroundings have helped him take his game to the next level as well. Nicknamed the Jet for his quickness and speed off the dribble, Chester is averaging 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists per game.
I'm passing better, and Coach Carroll got me working on my jump shot. I'm trying to improve that. My defense got better, and my team ball, that's really the #1 thing, playing like a team player.
I think Chester gives us energy. You had an opportunity to see him play. You see that he's got quick feet, quick hands. He's getting people involved in the game.
Next year, Chester is already committed to continuing his education as well as his basketball career at Miami University. He chose the Redhawks for a couple of very important reasons.
The first, like academics. I really like the academics. And then second, I clicked with the coach. First time we talked, and just clicked.
When we started out with the recruiting, there were a couple of schools that wanted him to miss classes, and he refused to go on a college visit to miss classes.
The hard work in the classroom has also paid off. Mason carries a 3.6 average and has his sights set on studying business management in college.
Sometimes with kids who are seen as the best athlete in the school, they don't always follow through with things, and a lot of people have been surprised, pleasantly surprised that he is setting an example for not just for the basketball team, but for all students at our school.
Success has followed Chester Mason on and off the court. He's helped South stay ranked among the top 10 teams in the state all season long.
It makes us feel real good, but we don't take it to the head. See, we know we got to keep working day by day. But it's a great feeling.
I always say if you can go undefeated, that's great, because I don't think there's any coach that wouldn't want to win. But if all my players can walk away from the program better people, then we've been successful. As a student, as an athlete, and as a person, he's a good, really good kid.
Continental Airlines is proud to salute South High School's Chester Mason, this week's featured student athlete. In the state tournament, the Flyers made quick work of John Hay and Warren Harding, then beat East Tech for a third time to win the district title. That set up a regional semifinal showdown with the St. Ignatius Wildcats. It was the biggest basketball game for South High in decades, and the Flyers were definitely ready.
South High and St. Ignatius meet with a spot in the regional final at the University of Akron up for grabs. Early, it was Rashawn Benton doing the damage. He hits 2 threes early to give the Cats a quick lead. Benton threw in 20, but Chester Mason has the answer for the Flyers. He lets his own 3 fly. Count it. South led 17-12 after 1. Second quarter, South uses some muscle inside. Jamichael Rucker powers it up. Give him the hoop and 1. The Flyers lead 34-27 at the half. Third quarter, South starts to run. Mason, a great look inside to Rucker for the easy 2 on the break. Rucker scored 17 and grabbed 15 boards. South lead was up to 15. The Cats made a run, but in the fourth, Chester Mason comes through again. He strips the ball. Ed Farmer grabs, back to Mason. He takes it to the hoop for 2 and draws the foul. But the Wildcats hung in. Peter Koch buries a huge 3. He had 20 and South lead down to 4. But Mason comes through again. Dante Robinson grabs the loose ball. Ahead to Mason, and he finishes things off with a tomahawk jam. Mason leads all scores with 27. South High is celebrating. The Flyers advance to face Bedford in the regional finals tonight, thanks to a 69-65 win over St. Ignatius.
South High's basketball team flew higher than ever before this season, reaching Ohio's Elite 8 and winning the city championship. They represented the school with a style and class that made this a team to remember.